country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into it.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and...
There he goes! He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Under fire. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give is to Williams. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it to the right. Breaks the tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. And the Seminoles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fix going to slow down those pass rushes, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Makes a man miss. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like this idea by the offense, using the jet sweep. You're trying to take a receiver with all of his speed and get him on the outside and get him in space. That puts so much stress on a defense. I'd expect to see this offense dial the play up more.
Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He makes the fair. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They believe they can run right here. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. That's caught, it's Williams. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're testing the right side here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Crosses the 30. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has his offense on the move. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it at the 20. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. This could well be the biggest game we see all regular season, and this outcome promises to be a real talking point.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Miller. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, the ground game. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Got the quick pass. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The throw. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to sling it on second down. This time he's got his man. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases.
He's loose. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Young. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll run it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, obviously, this has been a defensive struggle the entire first half, so how big was it for the offense to score a touchdown their last possession of the first half, get an opportunity to tie this thing up going in at halftime? I think we can expect a lot of the same here in the second half, but no doubt, huge for their confidence offensively.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive on it? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Got a man, it's Miller. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. The sure hands, it's Miller. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Sometimes a play like that, incorporating the back in the passing game, almost seems like cheating. It's so easy.
Yep, because you can run it against man or you can run it against zone. If you're patient, obviously, with zone coverage, he can come open. But man-to-man, I like my chances of a running back versus a linebacker. So nice job by the quarterback, nice job by the running back.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in the gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run for it. Wide open spaces. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the offense about to dial up its 10th play of this drive. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
takes the handoff. It's Young. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Makes the catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. 3rd down coming.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, a lot of space. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. Really good running back. We talked to them this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He's open on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Castellanos. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown tie. How about this defense taking one back to the house? And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Noles want to pick up the tempo.
And how about this defense taking care of it?
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off-play action. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Blasted as he lets it go.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it inside the 30. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. The Noles want to move quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. One more play to pad the stats. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting